Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hi, it's me. Um, Hold on, let me get situated here. Oof. Remember me? I know I've been gone for a while, so my apologies. It's just been a busy time. I don't have an editor. It's a one-woman show. We need an editor. Among other things, we need an editor. We need some help. Your girl didn't fully have the resources to film this podcast. On that note, welcome back to Sports Hags, a podcast for sports hags. Today, we have so much to talk about. One of the main reasons I was away is the World Series. The World Series took up the entire October for us. Our community was so engaged during the World Series and had so much fun. We had a blast. MLB, Major League Baseball, slid into our DMs and invited us to their postseason bracket challenge. There, we made some amazing picks. Our only fumbles were, we thought, what did I think? Oh, yeah. We thought the Cubs would take down the Brewers. To be honest, I had a feeling the Brewers were going to win that series, but I was just like, at the last minute, for some silly reason, went with the Cubs. And ultimately, Cubs lost to the Brewers, or Cubs lost to the Brewers, and Brewers went on to face the Dodgers. And that was one bad pick I made, or our community made. I think we had around 50 or 60 people send in their suggestions. But, I used my powers that be as the admin to make the final selection. And boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong. And then, as some of you may know, I am a Torontonian through and through from the six. So I picked the Blue Jays to win it all. Why wouldn't I? I'm loyal. I don't care if I'm in Los Angeles. I like LA. I like the team, but I am loyal to my Toronto Blue Jays. And they had an amazing team, and I picked them to go all the way. Sadly, it was not meant to be. It was not meant to be. Our boys in blue ultimately did not come through. We won't sit here and dissect all the reasons why, because I have mourned. I have sat around and been sad enough. I am now ready to move on. But I will say this, they should have won. And they were very close to doing it. All of Toronto, all of Canada, a lot of the US even. So many people were behind the Blue Jays. They really should have been triumphant. It hurts me. It hurts my soul. Like, wherever my soul is, I think it's in here somewhere. Wherever my soul is, it is hurting. It is hurting from all over. And it was especially difficult as a Maple Leafs fan who is used to grave disappointment. I've suffered so much at the hands of these Toronto teams. And I was really super duper excited that this might be it, that the Blue Jays could pull it off. Alas, it didn't happen. But I had such an amazing time the entire postseason with my Girl Talk Sports community. We threaded the heck out of that postseason, and we gained a lot of followers, had a lot of engagement, had just so much fun. Like, I can put all my silly out there on threads, and all our community members could do that as well. So We had a really good time. And I miss them. I miss everyone. Like MLB threading. We're on to other things now, other topics. But we really had such a good, fun time. And some of the best, well received things on there were all around perimenopause, which you know is one of my favorite topics. Even as someone who has not yet entered this stage, I am preparing for it. And I'm preparing all the people in my community for it as well. And we have a lot of people already going through perimenopause or who are now postmenopausal. So it was fun to be able to integrate a lot of those sort of like perimenopause education and having people share their experiences all around baseball. And on top of um, perimenopause, well, the reason we were talking about it is because October is Menopause Awareness Month. Like, we would be talking about it anyway, but October is Menopause Awareness Month. So we were especially highlighting those stories. It was on top of that also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we had a bunch of discussions around breast cancer as well. And some people shared their survivorship and also tips and talking about mammograms. And this is perfect. This is exactly what I love to talk about and want people to talk about in our community on top of sports. So, y'all, it was a very, very busy October. Just super busy with the World Series. Now, moving on from baseball, it was also Halloween. It was actually Halloween during the World Series. And I thought to myself, these kids, any kids that come knocking during the game, they're going to have to wait on some candy. Like I was supposed to actually go hang out with my friend and we were going to give out candy together. And I had the World Series, I had this thing I was working on that I had like a deadline that I had to submit. And I was just losing my mind. Like I was doing a PowerPoint, like working on PowerPoint while trying to watch baseball and get ready for Halloween. It was too much. It was too much. And my computer was no friend of mine that day. It just had to give me all the problems I could encounter. So I barely was able to even like finish this thing that I needed to. And with the game and everything, oh, it was just too much. I was overwhelmed. I didn't make it out to give candy, but you know, I was thinking if any kids come while this game is on, yikes, I don't think they're gonna get any candy. Like we're in LA, the Dodgers are in the World Series. Why aren't you coming after the game? The games were sadly scheduled at 5 p.m. Pacific time, so I mean, they'd have to wait till 8, but heck, Halloween, drink some Pepsi, some Coca-Cola, and stay up. Come trick or treating from 8 to 9, 8 to 10, even. I think it was a Friday. They could have done that. Luckily, nobody came by. Where was I? Oh, yeah, no candy for them kids. Well, the kids, they all got candy, just not from me that night. But like I said, none of them came by. Moving on. I did get some candy from my friend, so I did have some of the kids' candy. More kids should have come out, and I restrained myself. I didn't eat that much candy. Certainly not at the level that I would like to because sugar is gonna take you. Sugar is gonna take you out. We don't want diabetes. Gotta stay away from that sugar. Stay away from that diabetes. Still on the topic of baseball, the Women's Professional Baseball League, or the Women's Pro Baseball League, announced its first four teams. They are Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, and Boston. And on top of that, they will soon be having their first draft. So they are drafting the first ever women to play in the Women's Pro Baseball League. This is so exciting. There are so many women that grew up playing the sport, so many softball players, that it is so exciting to know that they will have a league of their own. Yes, that was a cheesy movie reference, but I know there's some other baseball leagues and some other softball leagues out there. And to be honest, I really don't know that much about them. I really have to catch up and learn about all these women's baseball leagues. But pretty excited that these four new teams are announced. I wondered though why they sort of made the teams city specific, because in this day and age, everything is online, everything is digital. You can have a lot of fans from all over the country, all over the world. So I thought like Unrivaled Baseball or Unrivaled Basketball, they should not have had city specific teams. With Unrivaled Basketball League, they have different teams that are not tied to a certain city, and they all, for the most part, play down in Miami. And I believe they'll be touring this season with a stop in Philadelphia. But I thought the Women's Pro Baseball League should have done something similar, because let's say you're not in a city that has a team, but you want to support a team, it's going to be hard to pledge allegiance to another city's team. I mean, maybe the goal is just to start like very large fan bases in those cities, but I don't know. I would have gone with it being city agnostic. But I think when you think, though, big picture, like when you think of the biggest professional teams, they're all linked to a city. And with that being the goal, maybe they thought, hey, we're not going to mess around and have sort of these like, random teams wherever. It might be hard at first, but we're really building towards having these like city based teams and having huge fan bases in those cities. So I pull back my criticism. I pull it back. I pull it back. What do I know? I'm just a lowly fan. I don't know how these things work for like marketing and what studies they did to determine which cities, whether it should be city based or not. But yeah, we're excited that that league will be starting soon. Okay, moving away from baseball, but also still talking about bats, cricket. How do you cricket? Fastball. The Team India's women's team just won the World Cup of Cricket. So congratulations to Team India on being women's cricket World Cup champions. This is the first time that India has ever won this honor. And they beat South Africa to do it. And it was just beautiful to see the reaction from everyone, from people in India to people here in the US. It was just a lot of excitement for this team. So, congratulations to them. That was a really awesome achievement. And I love that this women's team won this championship or this cup, because you're going to now see the power of sports to transform societies, to transform the way people think. So many people are proud of this Indian women's team that are going to be backing them, that are going to be backing future athletes, that you could see the very transformation of women in a country, in a society, in a culture because of sports. And that is one of the reasons why sports are so important, and women's sports at this moment, because we see a lot of transformational changes come out of sports. And we'll see like a lot of leaders, we'll see a lot of young people that are brought up into sports that are going to transform the world. So I am all for women's sports, and like these sports that we maybe don't watch. But listen, cricket is extremely popular. I think it's probably the second most popular women's sports behind like basketball or maybe soccer. A lot of people around the world watch cricket. Countries that have large populations watch and enjoy and love cricket. Countries with small populations watch, love, and enjoy cricket. I mean, I played cricket not very well growing up, but I had to play cricket in gym class. And let me tell you, I was afraid of that ball. That ball is hard as a rock. Always very concerned it was going to take me out. But I do my little bat thing, run to the wickets, touch them, do whatever. I can't remember all the rules. But yeah, cricket is actually fun. It's long, but it's fun and it's like played all over the world. Moving on from cricket, there were a couple other things that went on that I know I missed because of watching all this baseball. I know one is Misty Copeland, the ballerina, retired. So she had her last dance, and wow, what a career she has had in the sport of ballet. Like, it is a sport. I know it's classified as dance, but I think it's also a sport. Like, it's very challenging, it's very athletic. So I do believe it is a sport there. And Asia was inducted into the Hall of Fame for her college and had a very nice ceremony, with her parents and her bam in attendance. So she just, she was MVP for the WNBA this season. She won the championship. It's just been awesome times for Asia. And can you believe she's not even yet 30? She's accomplished so many things and she's not even 30 years old yet. Like, the sky is just the limit for Asia. I can't wait to see what she goes on to do. And I saw her on the Jennifer Hudson show. I've been seeing a lot of women in sports on Jennifer Hudson. I've seen Venus Williams this week, Taylor Rooks, Asia Wilson. Jennifer, you are doing the thing. You are putting your money where your mouth is. Is that right? Anyway, she has the power to have these female athletes and women in sports on her show, and she's doing it. And she's doing it in droves. So, big up Jennifer for supporting women in sports. Really love that they have that platform to go and show off like what they're doing, whatever they're up to, that she's there listening. She's asking questions, she's promoting them. Jennifer Hudson, your show, your producers, the directors, you guys are smart people. You know that there are a lot of us out there watching this. This is content we want. This is content we need, and you are feeding us. Thank you. I hope the other talk shows will follow suit because they are missing out. Yes, they are definitely missing out by not highlighting women in sports. Last but not least, can we talk about Cardi B finally giving us a game day fit? Yes, Cardi B was at a New England Patriots game supporting her man, her baby daddy, her boyfriend, her other half, Stephon Diggs. Cardi B was spotted perched next to New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft, looking fine as wine, fine as wine. In fact, she was wearing a wine-colored outfit. It was giving a little bit of Merlot, a little bit of Burgundy. She just looked amazing. It was a Bottega. She had like a full Bottega trench coat with Bottega gloves, Bottega boots, and an Hermes bag to match, all in this deep, beautiful burgundy color with long, sleek black hair. Cardi looked amazing, like $1,000,000. And she was sporting her baby bump because she's baking up a baby in there. The couple, Stephon Diggs and Cardi B, looked awesome together. And you know what I thought? Yes, finally, here's Cardi B in the spotlight, getting the moment that we all want to see from her. When she's not making hit albums, she's now doing this little NFL wag thing on the side. She can just step away from making her own millions of dollars and have fun with her partner on game day. So I just love seeing Cardi finally giving us a game day fit out at a game day. And we've also been seeing, some other very prominent, very successful female artists supporting their partners at games. We've been seeing Glorilla, and we've been seeing Megan Thee Stallion supporting their spouse, not spouse, significant others. Sorry, not pushing marriage on you people, just was a slip. So it's nice seeing all the different entertainers we know out supporting their spouse. And it looks like that is the thing nowadays. The ballers are getting together with the singers, with the entertainers. And I like that. I like that for them. And I want to see what some of these athletes in the WNBA, the NWSL, we were going to keep track of their significant others as well. So, that should have been the end of this podcast, but a very sad thing did happen, so let's talk about it. Dallas Cowboys player Marshawn Kneeland passed away 2 days after scoring his first NFL touchdown. So he scored an NFL touchdown on Monday night, and by Wednesday night, he was no longer with us. The circumstances around his passing have been revealed, and it appears that Marshawn his life was not ended by someone else. It appears it was ended by himself. It was very sad to see a young life ending so soon, and that Marshawn didn't see another way out. And we hope all the best for his family and friends. And we do want to share, if you ever need to talk to anyone, there is a lifeline. If you dial 988 in US or Canada by text or phone call, you would be able to reach someone who you can talk to. I don't want to say more about this. Sorry, that's it. With that, thank you for tuning in. This has been another episode of Sports Hags, a podcast for sports hags.